I am Bhuvnesh Chauhan. I am going to explain democratic politics for class 10th. It's chapter 1 and the chapter's name is power sharing. Belgium is a small country in Europe having a population of a little over 1 crore. It has borders with France, the Netherlands, Germany and Luxembourg. The ethnic composition of this small country is very complex. Ethnic means a social division based on shared culture. 59% of Belgium's total population lives in Flemish region and speaks Dutch language. Dutch speaking regions are called Flemish region. Another 40% of total population of Belgium lives in Wallonia region and speaks French language. French speaking regions are called Wallonia region. Remaining 1% of the total population of Belgium speaks German language. In the capital city of Brussels, 80% speak French language and remaining 20% speaks Dutch language. The minority French-speaking community was relatively rich and powerful. There was anger in the Dutch-speaking community, who got the benefit of economic development and education much later. There was conflict between the Dutch-speaking and the French-speaking communities during the 1950s and 1960s. The conflict between the two communities was more critical in Brussels. Brussels presented a special problem. The Dutch-speaking constituted a majority in the country but a minority in the capital. Let us compare this to the situation in another country. The another country is Sri Lanka, an island nation which is just a few kilometers off the southern coast of Tamil Nadu. Population of Sri Lanka is about 2 crores. Sri Lanka also has a diverse population like other nations in South Asian region. In Sri Lanka, the major social groups are the Sinhala speakers, which are 74%, and the Tamil speakers, which are 18%. Among Tamils are two subgroups: Tamil natives of Sri Lanka called Sri Lankan Tamils, and they are 13%. The rest are Indian Tamils whose forefathers came from India as plantation workers during the colonial period. As we see from the map given on page 3 of NCERT book, Sri Lankan Tamils dwells mainly in the north and east of the country. Most of the Sinhala speaking people are Buddhists, while most of the Tamils are Hindus or Muslims. Christians who are both Tamil and Sinhala are about 7%. Both of these communities are also living in Sri Lanka. Now we can imagine that what could happen in situations like this. The Dutch community could take benefit of its numeric majority and they may force their will on French and German speaking population. This would push the dispute among the communities further. This could lead to very confused partition of the country. Both sides would claim control over Brussels. The Sinhala community enjoys an even massive majority and could impose its will on the entire community of Sri Lanka. Majoritarianism in Sri Lanka. Majoritarianism is the rule by the majority community by disregarding the needs and wishes of the minority community. दूसरे शब्दों में हम ये कह सकते हैं कि मेजॉरिटेरियनिज्म का मतलब होता है बहुसंख्यकवाद. यहाँ पर जो मेजॉरिटी कम्युनिटी होती है वो अपना शासन चलाती है और जो माइनॉरिटी कम्युनिटी होती है उनकी जितनी भी नीड्स और विशेज होती है उनको वो अनदेखा करती है. In 1948, Sri Lanka emerged as an independent nation. The leaders of the Sinhala community who were in majority tried to secure dominance over the government. Finally, the democratically elected government adopted a series of majoritarian measures to establish Sinhala supremacy. An act was passed in 1956 to recognize Sinhala as official language, thus ignoring Tamil. Preferential policies that encouraged Sinhala applicants for university positions and government jobs were encouraged by the government. A new constitution guaranteed that states shall guard and promote Buddhism. The Sri Lankan Tamils having separation from the steps taken by the government in the favor of Sinhala community. The Sri Lankan Tamils thought that none of the major political parties led by Buddhist Sinhala leaders were careful to the language and culture. The Sri Lankan Tamils thought that the constitution and government policies disallow them equal political rights, differentiate against them in getting jobs and other possibilities, and avoid their prosperity. In this way, the relations between Sinhala and Tamil communities tensed over the years. As a result, the parties and struggles were launched by the Sri Lankan Tamils to recognize Tamil as an official language for territorial liberty and equality of opportunity in securing education and jobs. But the requirement for more freedom to territory populated by Tamils was turned down. Different political organizations were formed, choosing in Tamil Elam state in northern and eastern parts of Sri Lanka during 1980s. The doubt between the two communities turned into widespread clash. It soon turned into a civil war. Civil war, a violent conflict between opposing groups within a country that becomes so intense that it appears like war. सिविल वार, जिसे कि हम गृह युद्ध भी कहते हैं, ये किसी देश में रहने वाले दो समूहों के बीच में जो लड़ाई होती है वो गृह युद्ध या उसे हम सिविल वार के नाम से जानते हैं. In this way, thousands of people from both the communities have been killed. Countless families were compelled to leave the country as refugees, and many more lost their employment.